so happy to be with me. Tell him, baby. Tell him.
Yeah.
Tell him why you're so happy with me. Just tell him how gorgeous I am, how pretty I am.
Hey, side-eye crew. Welcome or welcome back. I am Christy, your middle-aged menopausal woman that is doing all the side-eyeing to all the weird-ish on today's interwebs. Today, we have something new, something that I have been looking at for many, many months, maybe even a year prior to this channel starting, and it was such a rabbit hole, and I seemed to forget about it for a little while until now. Today's video is going to be about a young man named Dakota and his girlfriend, Felicity. Now, Dakota is a 20-year-old man. He's probably 21 or 22 now. Roughly, he's in his early 20s. He's a man that is struggling with homelessness and dwarfism. He left his family, and he's been pretty happy living on the streets. And that is until he met this girl, Felicity. Now, Felicity is, in a lot of ways, a control freak in what most would say pretty toxic. So today's video is going to be about Dakota and Felicity, one of TikTok's most controversial couples. So without further ado, let's get to side-eyeing.
Okay, this is getting weird. We're gonna talk about it. Okay.
All right, so this video is going to come from one of my personal favorite commentators on the internet, Kiwi Tapes. Let's get started.
Dakota and Felicity are a couple in their early 20s from West Virginia, and chances are you might have seen a video featuring one of them floating around TikTok, as they have both been the subject of numerous multi-million view videos. But it goes so much deeper than skits on camera, because the last...
Let's just stop. No shade to anybody that lives in West Virginia, but how come over here in the States, anything that comes back with backwood, hillbilly, intermingling, same DNA type relationships, it's always in West Virginia. Even the hills have eyes and wrong turn movies, they facilitate out of West Virginia. It's absolutely weird. At any rate, let's go.
Last 3 years have been an absolute roller coaster, especially for Dakota. His story taking turns I don't think anyone expected. I think the best way to tell this story is in chronological order. We don't know much about Dakota's early life, but we know that he had a falling out with his parents around the age of 18 that led to him living on the streets. But in 2023, he would meet a TikToker and wannabe rapper named Crazy K. Crazy K assumed that Dakota was a child and pulled over to film him, but after realizing that Dakota was in fact an adult, they started to hang out and make content together, producing numerous viral videos.
Yo, where's Crazy K at? What you looking for him for?
Crazy K was a terrible...
Let's already just start with Crazy K is going to be the worst thing that happened to this poor guy. And it's so hard to call him a guy because he looks like a child. But what on earth is a full-grown man doing pulling over to record a child? Let's just start with that.
Influence on Dakota, who had been kicked out by his parents in the first place for substance use issues, and this was something that wasn't a problem in the Crazy K household. This would also be the origin of Dakota's obsessions with the Bloods gang. You'll notice in a lot of his videos that he has red handkerchief items all over the place. Let's just say that the Crazy K days were absolutely nuts. There are some videos of Dakota at the club that I can't even show on YouTube, but I will show you photos like this, which are absolutely amazing. But things were not absolutely amazing for Dakota, who was rapidly deteriorating during his time with Crazy K.
What a day in the hood with Dakota. Yeah, he counting up a couple of dollars. Now we just cruising. Probably looking for Crazy K.
And having Dakota with his short stature and just being so young and his disability makes him so much more vulnerable. And then you add to living on the streets, running into random people who can completely take advantage of him. Breaks your heart. Absolutely breaks your heart. But a lot of this will change later on.
Oh yeah, he tired.
If you couldn't tell already, Crazy K has a problem extremely similar to Dakota's in regards to substances, and the condition of the home they were living in was god-awful. Mysterious stains everywhere, bits of rotting food, and also Crazy K, who is 95% of the time absolutely whacked.
How this little dude get in my crib? Why he in my
Look at that mess.
coat?
Dakota would do a number of skits with Crazy K that are pretty demeaning towards him, ones where they make him act like a baby or just absolutely manhandle him. So it's not like these guys were really friends. And like I said, Dakota was getting much worse during his stay with K, a stay that wouldn't last much longer. Crazy K would allege that Dakota had stolen some things from him, and filmed a video where he kicked him out.
I always knew one day me and Dakota would depart.
Alright, Crazy K. Thank you for everything you done for me. Involved with.
All right, my man.
All for content. However, it did really happen. Crazy K did say his goodbye, and Dakota again was left to the streets in a vulnerable state. Mostly, I would have to say that Dakota is safer without Crazy K on his side, but let's watch.
After this falling out, Dakota would once again be homeless, until he technically found a home to live in, though it was abandoned and he shared it with a troop of other homeless people, who would steal from him and trick him into doing their labor, tasks like stripping their copper wire. So as you can see, things have gone from bad to worse. Leaving Crazy K's home did not lead to an improvement in his condition. He was living in a home without heat, and the winter months were rapidly approaching. He had also lost all form of stable income when his car was stolen at the house he was living in, so he was forced to beg with a sign on the streets, not only for himself, but also his dog, who he had acquired sometime between him leaving Crazy K's and meeting a coracle, which is our next topic of discussion. It was October 2024, and things were not looking good for Dakota, but due to a chance encounter, the next few months of Dakota's life would be some of the best he's had in a very long time. A social media content creator named Coracle met Dakota on the street one day while filming a motorcycle video, immediately hitting it off, sparking a friendship that would last over a year.
I've seen you on TikTok. What's your name? Dakota? Nice to meet you, buddy. Are you hungry at all or anything? You hungry?
He said he was a little hungry, so now I just gotta think of a place to take him.
I'm not actually an old man. This is a man.
Trying to make a little bit of money so I can feed the dog.
He said he needs some money so he can feed his dog.
You don't got to eat? I'll give you some money. You do that? What you want to eat? Taco Bell? Come on down there. Alright.
So I couldn't just take him on the motorcycle with no helmet to Taco Bell, so I had to think of a plan.
Got the new Dollar Tree. We're gonna meet right there. We'll meet there in like 5 minutes. So I'll go get my slingshot. You know what those are? It's a two-seater. It's really cool. I got one of those. I'll pick you up in there at Dollar Tree in about 5-10 minutes, okay?
Two things I want to touch on: the gang signs that Dakota was throwing up during the drive. Stuff like this, along with red handkerchief memorabilia, are what you're going to want to keep an eye out for, along with his shrine to Lil Durk, but I'm getting way ahead of myself. After eating Taco Bell and giving Dakota some money, they exchanged numbers, and to decide to meet up for more content in the future. And I think they filmed the next video within the week, an interview with Dakota posted to Coracle's YouTube channel. In this interview, he admits his love of Lil Durk, spaghetti, and his grandma.
But I can confirm that there is zero relation between Dakota and Gary Busey. Gary Busey's only son is Jake Busey. There's zero truth to that. It's just been an online joke.
Oh, snap.
I don't know if Dakota is actually related to Gary Busey, or if that's just something someone told him as a joke, but I can tell you he definitely believes it, and even said he met him. After their first 2 meetings went so well, they decide to regularly film together, and Coracle decides that he is going to make a genuine effort to improve Dakota's situation, documenting it all for his social media pages, which are seeing
Coracle got a lot of kickback from doing this with Dakota, but I just want to put this out here that this was some of the best times in Dakota's life. I mean, he just took great care of Dakota. He furnished him with clothes and jackets and bedding and shoes and phones and glasses, and even got him an apartment, which later was, well, you'll find out.
Massive numbers with the Dakota videos. They would also film these videos in costume, something that got Coracle's page to 1 million followers before he even met Dakota.
Are you eating the butter, Dakota?
The majority of content that they filmed together was either like this or them buying Dakota new items. He had a bad habit of losing his phones and breaking his glasses, so Coracle had to buy him countless pairs of both, a problem that would only worsen as the years went on.
Here's the damage. Explain what happened.
My dog.
Your dog ate it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. That sucks.
Did you get a warranty?
Considering I had to get him 3 phones, Erin replaced a lot of the things that I've got him. Luckily, I got the warranty.
Coracle was still in the process of helping Dakota get an apartment, so he was still living at this abandoned house with a troop of other homeless people, who, like I said earlier, were stealing from him and extorting him. But it would hit a whole new level when Dakota had to be hospitalized due to an interaction with 2 other members of the household. Dakota claims that he locked 2 individuals named Chu and Ate out of the house, and was thrown down the stairs for it, leaving him with a massive gash on the side of his head and a brain bleed, requiring immediate medical attention.
And see, this is why it's so dangerous for Dakota living on the it's dangerous for anybody to live on the streets, but somebody with dwarfism, and clearly he has other medical issues because he shakes quite frequently, and that could be anything. I'm not sure I found out what that medical reason was. It could be due to his dwarfism. I don't know, so I can't confidently say. But this is what makes him being on the streets so vulnerable, because he can't defend himself. But he chooses to live this lifestyle. I want you guys to understand, Dakota loves the street lifestyle.
And once Dakota was out of the hospital, Coracle would give us an update, showing just how bad Dakota had been injured.
Okay, see your new haircut.
Yes.
You see the scar. Wow. It looks a lot better than what it did, though.
Yeah.
For the people that don't know what happened, you want to explain, summarize what happened.
Basically, I had a brain bleed, and
And how did you get a brain bleed?
there was 2 people they named Chew and
After seeing this, Coracle was now more determined than ever to get Dakota out of this situation. So the next step they took is actually an extremely important one if you're homeless, and that's acquiring a valid ID. Dakota has been using a SpongeBob ID for the past 3 years. I'm pretty sure it just has a picture of SpongeBob on it. It's not real at all. And an ID is extremely important in regards to getting housing. So this was a massive step in the right direction for Dakota.
Remember that little homeless dude I found? Well, today I'm going to help him go get a new ID. Now you'll finally have a license for your Lambo.
Coracle's
this
so
ID
good
is
to
you. He
him.
looks slightly different now from then, so he's going to get a new one. You could be a model. I think it turned out pretty good. Make today the day you embrace your true self. What does yours say?
Cherish the simple moments.
It's true. You gotta cherish these moments. Life's too short, and I just spent 3 hours of mine at the DMV.
Things were finally looking up for Dakota. New ID, new phones, new glasses, and an apartment on the horizon. Coracle would also set up Dakota in a motel for a couple of weeks, even losing his deposit because Dakota couldn't help but smoke in the room. But other than that, there were legitimate improvements in Dakota's life. Improvements that sadly would not last, because during his last day at the motel, he would meet Felicity. It's now April 2025. Coracle and Dakota had known each other for almost half a year, and were seeing great progress in improving Dakota's life. But like I said earlier, during his last day at the motel, he would meet a woman in the lobby who asked if she could pet his dog, and then asked if he would be her boyfriend. This would be none other than Felicity. They would exchange information and agree to meet up for a first date soon. But it went.
And some say how we meet our people is fate. And unfortunately, I will say that Dakota was in the wrong place at the wrong time when he met Felicity.
About as badly as it could, because when he went to pick her up for the date, she wasn't even there. Eventually, the first date does actually happen.
Red flags that he should have just seen shaking in his face. Wasn't even there for the first date. Dakota should have ran fast.
They meet up at a mall for food and shopping, and Felicity immediately starts begging Dakota to buy her things that Coracle is going to have to buy, and she's kind of manipulative about it, telling Dakota things like, "You promised to spoil me," and I guess it did work because she got almost everything she wanted, and this would be a reoccurring theme throughout content filmed with her. Felicity is problematic, to say the least, especially if she's your girlfriend. She claims to have over a dozen ex-boyfriends, some of
And I will tell you, Kiwi is much nicer about Felicity than I ever will or could be.
whom she still keeps in regular contact with. She is also very chatty and very loud, also incredibly rude at times. Later on, we're going to talk about an event where she throws fruit at old people. It's a mess. But for now, Dakota and even Coracle hadn't realized just how much trouble they'd gotten themselves into, because their current goal was getting permanent housing for Dakota, but he wasn't out of the woods just yet. The abandoned house that Dakota and the other people were living at had the owner show up, and they told everyone that they had a day to get out. So Dakota calls Coracle and begs him to pick up a U-Haul to gather his things. But when Coracle arrives, all of the homeless people start loading their items into the U-Haul, a process that begins in the morning and goes well into the night.
So today I'm helping Dakota move and into the car. Yep. So you're moving out? Let's go. He told me if I don't help them move that they're going to be kicked out tonight. He was also telling his girlfriend that I'm going to take him to see her today.
See you sometime today, baby.
Hi.
I was just trying to be a good friend and help him out, and his girlfriend was really wanting to see him. She's one of those.
Are we done yet?
At this point, we were waiting for them to move for 2 hours, and Dakota became frustrated.
Don't bite me.
Don't do that, Dakota. She's just trying to play. And then to make it worse, he starts playing this. I'm not gonna lie, Dakota. I didn't think my day could get any worse, so I heard that song.
This one.
That song is garbage. After nearly 4 hours of waiting for them to
I'll just say that Coracle's got a heart of gold. Listen, I'm willing to help my next fellow brother or sister, but this shit here, he's got patience of a saint.
So around the time that Coracle had informed Dakota that he was in no situation to be taking care of a dog. The dog's name was Socks, and Dakota was less than kind to it on a number of occasions. You saw it during the move-out video when the dog was simply trying to play with him. He freaked out on it. I feel so bad for
I'm going to stand 10 toes down on this. Dogs and animals tend to be better than most humans, and they truly are a human's best friend. But I will say this, and I will mean this. Anybody that cannot care for themselves, can afford to live for themselves, should not own an animal, period. I get times are tough and people need that buddy, that pal, that ride or die with them. But if you cannot afford to take care of yourself or just physically take care of yourself, you shouldn't own an animal, period.
that dog. God only knows what it saw living in that house, but I'm happy to inform you that Coracle convinced Dakota to rehome it, and I really think that's the best option. If you're calling your dog the N-word for playing with you, or I guess just at all, you're probably more of a cat person. But even then, I don't think so. But I digress. Dakota's situation had actually not changed much. Him and the troop of homeless people had moved from one abandoned house to the next. God only knows if Chu and Ate are still there, and it's still April, it's cold outside, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel, because Dakota had finally acquired his apartment with the help of Coracle. There was just one problem. The group of people that he was staying with at this abandoned house had stolen a number of his things, like clothing and Hot Wheel cars. They say that they don't want Dakota to leave because they're concerned about him, but I really think they just saw him as an easy mark, someone who they could manipulate and extort, so they didn't want him to leave. But after a lot of convincing, Coracle talked them into it, after they returned only a few of Dakota's items. But after that minor bump in the road, Dakota would finally acquire his apartment with the help of Coracle.
I want to post this so everybody sees how much you've accomplished. So show them your apartment. Give us a tour.
I'm sure they can see it.
Well, you gotta point it out. You gotta be the tour guide. You got your shoes on that rack that we got you.
I mean, look how much Coracle did for him. Put him in a place, had winter clothes for the winter time, had shoes, had food, had money, had phones, had glasses. I mean, Coracle really did good by Dakota. But what goes up must come down.
And you got your shirts hanging up too, and your hoodies and stuff. That's good. It's a lot better than what it was, right? You just had them on the floor, right? That's crazy. The Lambo, you can just plug it in and drive right out. Go in the elevator.
Kitchen table.
Kitchen table looks good. How about those up there? Hot Wheels. He has Hot Wheels all around his room. That's cool. You got a random Toyota hat. You got this cool TV.
We shot my Lambo. Knocked on the door. They gave it to me.
Oh, that's cool. That's nice. You got your bed with Snorlax. Oh yeah, more Hot Wheels.
Dakota's move was another big moment in his life, like getting the ID. It was stuff like this that was going to provide a sense of stability that he very much needed. But sadly, problems began to quickly arise. The leader of the homeless troop of people that stayed in the abandoned buildings, the ones that had held a number of Dakota's things, had somehow convinced Dakota to let him start living.
And cigarette butts on the ground, Q-tips on the ground. I mean, just a blessed mess. And this was handed to him. That's why I said Dakota likes the street life.
In his new apartment. I believe that this is another one of the reasons that they let him leave in the first place. Coracle doesn't go too heavy into the details on the first situation like this. There are actually many that we're going to talk about soon. But after threatening to call the police, the guy left and stopped bothering Dakota. Coracle warned Dakota about the danger of letting people stay with him, as they would most likely use him and steal from him. But sadly, this point would not stick with Dakota as much as Coracle would have liked. Though for a time, things were back to normal. It was May 2025, and Dakota and Coracle were filming like usual, doing things that Dakota had never done, like eating hibachi.
Whoa! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. That was just dear to you. It's okay.
Coracle putting Dakota on the spot, saying it's his birthday when it's clearly not, is hilarious to me. It's such a friend thing to do, and it seemed like Dakota and Coracle were actually friends, who talked outside of filming content together. Dakota had acquired a way to contact people, his ID, and even multiple new cards so Dakota could access his money, along with the housing
But insert Felicity.
that he had just acquired. Dakota was well on his way to changing his entire life, all encouraged by the millions of people that viewed him and Coracle's content. But in my opinion, there was one thing holding him back, and that would be his love for Felicity, because it definitely wasn't a two-way street. Felicity was actively flirting with other men behind Dakota's back, and possibly even cheating on him, something that made Dakota incredibly sad.
The more you look at it, the more it won't help anything. Your friend?
You wait till we got back.
So she was here?
Take a shower, yes.
With him alone?
Felicity's supposed infidelity caused a number of breakups between the two, and sometimes Dakota would write these letters to her, now infamously known as their breakup letters, and I want to read a couple for you, because I think they give some insight as to what him and Felicity
Toxic.
are fighting about. To Felicity, I'm sorry we couldn't be together, but I'm the problem. If I could be of help to you, and then you might not be together, but I need you. You have more problems, and I love you. It wasn't your fault. I can't express my feelings. This next one's a little longer. To Felicity, I wish we could still, to the point of you were lazy, and etc. All day, never could helped, a little bit, and I never cheated on you. I truly, from my heart, loved you, unlike you, done to me. You before all what I tried to do to help you. We, which is crossed out, just I think you lied on me. Your boyfriend, quote unquote, had to be the one to take control, and said, I abuse you. So I gave her 3 to 6 chances to see worst part is you're fucked up and cheated on me, and now I'm done with you, Felicity. It's pretty clear to me that the main problem in their relationship is Felicity's infidelity. I guarantee you that first letter was her saying
And I disagree. It's not Felicity's infidelity. It's her control, her lack of awareness, just her whole background. Like, it's just that whole backwood thing we were discussing. The way that, well, you'll see.
she did it because he wouldn't open up with his emotions. It's like some Tony Soprano shit, where he's obviously done something, the person knows that he's done it, and he intimidates them by saying, if you think I did do it, you're inferring I'm an idiot, or that I'm horrible, and that makes me angry at you. Almost like a form of emotional extortion. But this is far from the end of what Dakota is going to be put through by Felicity, because the next thing she talks him into is shaving not only his head, but his eyebrows too, something that she joins in on. I assume this whole thing was spurred on by her misshaving her eyebrows, and playing it off off like a fashion statement.
So today Dakota shaved his head bald, and he and his girlfriend both shaved off their eyebrows. What the heck? Why did you do that? What are you doing?
I did it myself.
What made you do that? What the heck?
Got sick of it.
You didn't even tell me about that. What the heck? Nuh-uh.
I sent you a picture.
I didn't get it.
You did it.
No. This isn't the first time Dakota's been bald, but the first time he had to shave his head bald for a surgery. It's good though.
Looks better.
Missed a couple spots right here though. I bet it feels better too.
Hell yeah.
When it gets hot.
I think that'd be good. For my first time cutting.
What made you do that?
Wanted to see if I could do it or not. See how it would turn out.
After we got back, his girlfriend came out and look what she did. Never seen you without your glasses. Did you shave your eyebrows? Why? What are y'all doing? Why did you shave your eyebrows?
Because you couldn't see them anymore. He shaved his head, so I matched him.
When we got back to the apartment, I told him he's gonna look like a lollipop that fell on the floor if we don't fix up the spots he missed. So he sat down and we fixed him up.
But sadly, it's not all shaved eyebrows in new apartments. There is a very dark cloud looming on the horizon at this point in the story, and this cloud actually has a name: Jimmy. Jimmy is the second homeless man that attempted to make Dakota's residence his residence, and it started off kind of like the first guy who attempted to stay there.
Again, the vulnerability that he has, like he's defenseless against anybody, and living on the street, everybody is taking advantage of him. And it's almost like he just goes with it because he knows he can't say no. Like, what is he going to do? Nothing. He can't do anything.
Just hanging around, which eventually led to staying the night. Then items go missing, even important stuff like the microwave. And then Jimmy starts moving more of his friends in, getting Dakota into some of his first trouble with the apartment complex, which has a strict rule on only him living there. And eventually Coracle gets Jimmy and company out, but Felicity tries to move in, continuing this problematic streak between Dakota and the apartment complex. If things couldn't get any worse, Jimmy starts poking around again. And I guess it's worse than ever. Felicity and Dakota claim that Jimmy will watch them while they sleep, along with doing a number of other disturbing things that I can't really talk about here on YouTube, but let's just say that Jimmy was not a good person in the slightest. So Coracle once again had to scare him off, this time catching the whole confrontation on camera.
No, don't take a picture of me, man.
Watch out, back up, back up.
You don't take a picture of me.
Back up.
This was the last time I heard them talk about Jimmy, but I don't know if they've quite cut contact, especially after Dakota and Coracle's falling out, which we'll get to shortly. For now, things were finally going back in the right direction for Dakota. His life made incredibly easier by Coracle's deep pockets. He was constantly buying him new phones and new glasses, some people even speculating that he was trading the phones for cash, and later claiming that they were stolen.
So today I had to get Dakota glasses for the third time. Hopefully third time's a charm. How did your glasses break, Dakota?
She sat on him.
Sat on them?
I sat my jelly butt side on him.
Well,
Coracle would also work on getting doctors and dentist appointments for not just Dakota, but also Felicity.
We gotta talk to the doctor. We just gotta tell him everything he thinks wrong. With you, Dakota, I think we should probably tell him about like tremors and stuff. If we tell him, well, they could get you on like medicine to chill him out. You see, Dakota has a condition called tremors. Tremors can cause shaky movements throughout your body, mostly your hands, but it can also be your legs, your face, and sometimes it can even affect your vocal cords. So that's one of the main things I want to go over with the doctor. And then Felicity's appointment is mainly for her eyes.
my mom never figured out why I was so smart.
He thinks he's grown.
He might have.
Maybe.
When we got in there, they got into a little fight.
You came close to me and I poked you.
Oh, shit.
What are you doing at home?
Try to keep your voice down. After the doctor's appointment, I took them to Tutors to eat, and then I dropped them both off because I had to give them a big talk. If you guys have been following the channel, you would know that I got Dakota an apartment a while ago when he was homeless. The thing is, though, I got Dakota the apartment, not Felicity. So I had to give them a tough talk and let them know that she's not allowed to stay there or he could potentially be kicked out.
This was just another one of the many things that Coracle had gone out of his way to do for the couple. Almost any time that they needed help, he was there, even when they weren't asking for it, even when the help was somewhat against their wishes. Sure, it was not 100%.
And this is what happens a lot when you have a big heart. And I'm sorry, the whole grifting TikTok, where I have plenty of videos in there about Rose Heimdall Toy Poodle being an elderly lady grifting on TikTok. People think that they are just down on their luck, that they just need a little bit of help. And it is clear that these types of people are just using the people that have the kind hearts, the big hearts, the deep pockets. And it's a damn shame because there's truly people out there that need help. And when you have these types of people that come along, well, it just gives everybody a bad name.
Altruistic. His videos collaborating with Dakota had seen millions of views, but they had also developed somewhat of a friendship, and at certain points it felt like Dakota was using Coracle just as much as the other way around. The only thing that Coracle didn't do was seemingly give him large sums of money, which is probably smart because it could end up in him getting hurt in numerous ways. But below the surface, this was something that bothered Dakota, especially when people around him started pouring poison in his ear, none of which has been helped by Felicity, who is still actively messaging other men and causing a scene almost everywhere she goes. goes. At some point around this time, Felicity would be trespassed from Dakota's apartment because she had been staying there too much. She was allowed to stay occasionally, but not a whole lot because that meant she would be living there and it was against the rules. But Felicity didn't really care about this. She would still frequently visit Dakota, who was experiencing his peak of popularity with Coracle. Needless to say, a lot of filming was being done, and Felicity was caught doing some sus things multiple times.
Yeah, I picked up Dakota and Felicity because Felicity called me crying.
She threw that across the room and told me to get out of the house. She's like, this is what you get for being the horriblest, worst daughter ever.
So apparently Felicity got into it with her parents and somehow her phone broke.
We're gonna have to get a case for it. You know I'm clumsy, honey. This one right here will work.
She was really upset, so I got her a brand new phone with a case and a screen protector. Somehow Felicity already has a call on a new phone.
It's Jacob.
Who is it?
My ex-boyfriend.
Your ex-boyfriend?
Slash best friend.
Now it's time to make some dinner. He's making the spaghetti we got from the store, but while he was making it, his girlfriend got a call from her ex.
She on the phone with her ex-boyfriend.
And y'all should have heard what she was saying.
She's talking about being with two guys.
We told him what she was saying and this happened.
What happened?
Huh?
What happened?
Oh, nothing. Really just talking. Here's Dakota. Oh, fuck. Dakota, come here. Come here. I love you.
I'm cooking right now.
Love you.
Love you.
Say hello.
Why is she talking to her ex? Very odd.
I'll text you.
May I ask you a question?
Yeah, what's up?
How lucky are you to have two boyfriends?
He knows how much true love.
So you were just joking with the other...
Yeah, that was just my best friend. Her and I have been together for a year.
I will see you.
He is the love of my life.
That was a funny joke, Felicity. I've never heard a joke like that.
It's just a joke. And he knows that I would cheat on him. He knows I'm loyal.
Must be opposite day.
Felicity had definitely
Felicity is such a problem. And let me tell you what, if you decide to go down this rabbit hole, she will make you want to jump through your screen. Like, so many times I've wanted to drive to South Carolina because they have moved out of West Virginia by now and look for her myself because she's just a cocky little bitch that thinks she can't be put in her place. But she's one of those people that you're glad she's not your kid. But if she was your kid, she would have had her a backside tanned real good.
been messaging other guys, and possibly meeting up with some of them. But what she would do next is by far one of her greatest betrayals. In October of 2025, Felicity would leave West Virginia for South Carolina because she had met a man online. This man turned out to be Robert Edward Fleming, a 55-year-old man who was no stranger to the offender registry. And I believe
Exactly.
Felicity would spend less than a month there. Exactly what she got up to was contested, but we do know that she carried on a relationship with Robert, only leaving him because she claimed he was too demanding, once again returning to West Virginia, and back to Dakota. Initially, she claimed the only reason she was there was because one of her relatives was having a funeral, but
And there's so much more into that. This rabbit hole goes way deeper than Kiwi is doing. He's basically just introducing you to Dakota and now Felicity. But this guy that she went to South Carolina for, who is PDF and on the registry, she also worked for him. It was her boss, and he was controlling her by using that and the money against her. So this whole thing is just so much manipulation, so much drama, so much trash. It's just so much.
TikTok T page would reveal messages between her and Robert that painted a very different picture, confirming that her and this depraved individual were actually in a relationship, albeit a brief one. After this came to light, she would then claim she was using Fleming for money, and that was the only reason she had left.
Hey guys, I'm back. As you can tell, badder than ever. The reason why I left to go to South Carolina was not because of him. It was because of Robert Fleming. Okay? I'm not with that man. I used him for money. Tell him, Dakota. Who came back to you?
You.
When is our 10? Was our 10-month anniversary? Was I late for our 10-month anniversary? Yeah, I was. So y'all people need to keep my goddamn name out of y'all's goddamn mouth before I sue y'all bitches ass. Because I'm sick and tired of it. I've been sleeping in this goddamn bed for 2 nights.
If this chick doesn't make you want to come out with your ghetto self back when you was a kid, I don't know what would. Listen, I can't tell you how many times I've contemplated getting in my vehicle and driving there just to teach this chick a lesson of respect.
Leave my man alone. Leave his name out of his goddamn mouth before I sue both y'all bitches ass.
Only a couple hours after Felicity returned, she acted like nothing had ever happened, and Dakota seemingly accepted it. But that didn't mean that his life was improving. In fact, it was going the opposite direction. He had fallen back into some of his bad old habits, and as each day passed, his apartment was looking more and more like the old abandoned house he had stayed in. Things are rapidly getting worse. My previous statement about Jimmy was wrong because he's poking around once again, but the tipping point comes when Felicity is trespassing past once again. One day she was sitting on the balcony, eating an orange, and for some reason that I cannot discern, she ended up throwing the peel at an elderly couple. And this led to her permanently being banned from the premises. Instead of just calling it quits with a woman who hit an old couple with an orange peel, Dakota decides he's gonna leave the apartment, because Felicity can't stay there. And he decides once again to become homeless, living out of a motel with Felicity.
You guys know how Felicity.
And some people cannot be changed. Some people have to, just like addicts, you have to hit rock bottom before you want to make or see any change. And this is what's going on. But we are 3 years into this, and there's been no change. It's just been completely worse. More content creators taking advantage of them, using them for clicks. It's just absolutely insane. There's arrests, there's more apartments, there's more housing, there's more thieving, there's more homelessness, there's more street, there's more. It's just such a sinkhole of garbage.
He was trespassed from Dakota's apartment, right? Well, they didn't want to be separated, so they got a hotel together. Keep in mind, Dakota still has his apartment. He's not evicted. And Felicity's parents, they want her home. And they'll even let Dakota come visit. So they both have places to be. Here's how they feel about Dakota's apartment.
He probably will be evicted by tomorrow. I hope. Probably so.
I hope so.
You hope so? All right, guys. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I guess they don't want the apartment. Who's that guy, Dakota?
I'm doing that. Got a dog named Trixie.
Y'all met him here? You already went inside the hotel?
Yeah. Are you happy we this is really fucking bad?
So I'm trying to tell them they shouldn't let strangers in their room, but it seems like they're not thinking correctly right now. I dropped off Dakota to get some things for the hotel, and while we were waiting, I took Felicity to get some deodorant and shampoo.
I gotta call my husband.
And I had her ask Dakota which deodorant he likes.
So my hair is getting on the wing.
When's the last time you shampooed it?
Oh my gosh, it's been a long time. I haven't showered because I've been so stressed out. Me and him both.
So after Felicity and I went shopping, we went over to go pick up Dakota.
Appreciate you.
I just want to be with Dakota as much as I can, Jake. I don't want to be lonely or without him.
So we got back to the hotel and they started to unpack everything.
And with that one simple decision, based on his love for Felicity, he has cost himself a year of progress and possibly the best chance he ever had at getting the help he desperately needs. Because Coracle also took this as a sign to step back from Dakota and Felicity, rapidly cutting down on the amount of content that they filmed together, and openly displaying his disappointment at the situation. The last video of them together up on Coracle's YouTube is actually of him picking up Felicity from the hospital, after she had found herself in a horrifying situation with a man they had met earlier that night. The man had asked Felicity to watch his dog, and she agreed, only to arrive and be cornered by the man, eventually having to call 911 to get him to leave her alone, and Coracle would be the one to pick her up from the hospital, returning her to the motel that her and Dakota shared. But like I said, eventually Coracle stopped filming with them altogether. He claims that they still keep in contact, but like I said earlier, needs to step back, and believes that there are other people who will make more use of his help. This also comes hot off the heels of Dakota being accused of scamming cameos. Not just Dakota, but also Felicity, have both been accused of delivering subpar cameos for prices that are not. The scam cameos, the dog incident, and of course Dakota not appreciating any of the things Coracle did for him, has turned the vast majority of support around him to the opposite. Many of the people who wanted the best for Dakota have either lost interest or completely flipped, made all the worse by the new cast of quote-unquote managers Dakota is surrounding himself with. People like wannabe rappers and women who sound absolutely intoxicated. These are Dakota's new friends. Friends who he has no issue talking smack on Coracle to.
You done any videos recently?
Huh?
You said that. You done any videos recently?
With him? No, not really. Like, I don't even feel like doing that most of them. This motherfucker's trying to get, like, somebody to come check on me or daily and shit to, well, basically like
a nurse?
A health provider or whatever.
Like a live-in nurse shit, but not living in type shit, like one that come visit you type shit, like.
Where they and go to the store for me, do certain shit that I'm capable of doing, and I don't.
Yeah. Like, I remember you was getting your check cut back on. Your check get cut back on?
Yeah, I still getting that.
Huh? What's the box?
My disability check, yeah.
You said what?
My disability check.
You still getting that?
That's the only thing I get.
You still making money from content and shit too, right?
Huh?
Still making money from like content and shit too, right?
Nah, just don't be paying me for shit.
I thought I'd be paying you.
Nah, this he be doing shit for me. That's what he does.
And he's talking about Coracle, mind you. Coracle has bought endless phones because of Dakota's carelessness, endless pairs of glasses because of Dakota's carelessness, endless hotels, clothes, shoes, Xboxes, TVs. I mean, you name it. Coracle set Dakota up for success, and Dakota has just railroaded him and just completely over, and has the audacity to play the victim. Seems like everybody that I talk about, right?
What we doing? How he got me this place? I think he was just trying to get me away from all my friends.
Coracle helped Dakota get an apartment, get a new ID, multiple new cards so that he could spend money, tons of new pairs of glasses, so many phones I can't even count, countless items for not only him but Felicity too, and even an audience that loved and supported him. But Dakota is mad that Coracle didn't give him straight up cash. When we've seen what happens when Dakota has anything of note, people steal it from him, or he sells it. Giving him straight up money would have been no good for him at all. At least, that's my humble opinion. All of this is made even more infuriating by the fact that Dakota isn't grateful for any of it, when there are countless homeless people out there who could benefit from such treatment, who could actually turn their lives around, not squander it for selfish reasons. Now that Coracle's out of the picture, the future is extremely uncertain. Like I said earlier, Dakota has begun to hang around more people who are filming him on TikTok, and also asking them for money and items, requests that they oblige and film, creating what feels like.
So there you have it. That is the beginnings of Dakota and Felicity. I thought that that would be a perfect video to introduce to Weird TV's channel, the broad view of Dakota and Felicity. But I have some other stuff for you. You know I'm not going to leave you just like, no, we don't do that over here. So let's enter into recent Felicity and Dakota. This video will be on Dakota and Felicity Harper's TikTok channel, which they have moved to making their own TikToks. And what has gone on from the video that Kiwi made until now is a whole slew of shit. Listen, you need a month to catch up. There's a whole Reddit page on it, TikToks all over the world. Dakota is now not allowing social media influencers to pay him or rule him. He now has a large Marge in charge, his girlfriend Felicity, who is very manipulative, very controlling, and just a horrible person. But let's see where they're at today. And let's see who has re-entered the picture today.
Guys, look who's back.
It's me and Maura. Not saved 2 years.
So we're back. He's back finally. He's only gonna do TikToks with me now, because he trusts me more than he trusts anybody else. How was your day?
We just woke up.
Yeah, we literally just woke up. As you can see, I have bed hair. It's like 2:48 here in Charleston, and it's literally like just right now. It's like 2:48. We're supposed to be going to hang out with our friends today.
Yeah.
Not China Doll though. Somebody else. I can't say their name right now because she doesn't really want me to say her name.
And China Doll is another influencer that has taken them under their wing and given them a place to stay, which they have ruined also. And when they said that they were back, that is because China Doll had them arrested. So they spent some time in jail. That's hence the video, we're back.
But yeah, as y'all see, we're literally just chilling right now. He's sitting on my lap right now because he's so tiny. I say, we're tiny.
Yeah.
She controls his words, tells him what to say, places his hand where she wants it. Like, this woman is just off her meds.
Tiny little man, but you're feisty though. Whenever he gets mad, y'all, when he gets mad, I swear to God, he gets mad. Like, I'm not freaking joking. Don't you, baby?
Mm-hmm.
How mad do you get? Very mad.
Mm-hmm.
You want to tell everybody how's your day?
Just starting.
Yeah. Are you getting caffeine in you finally?
Mm-hmm.
We're drinking Dr. Pepper in this, tumbler right here. It's like a blue, pinkish, purplish tumbler. Sorry, I didn't mean to, put this in his face, y'all. And then it's got, a little gray straw to drink. See, look, watch. He can drink it, too. You want to get a drink, honey? Is that good? But yeah, he wants to get on here and say that he's fine and he loves y'all. And we're not freaking dead. Whoever says that...
Is she not in jail neither?
And whoever says that I freaking hit him like a soccer ball, there's no scars on him, y'all. He's literally fine. He's got no scars. You can see on his arms, no scars, nothing.
Treats him like a child.
I'm gonna sit, ready? And there's literally nothing on his body at all. Literally nothing. So he's fine, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me you're happy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Say, I'm happy, boy.
Yeah.
He's the
She literally treats him like he's her child or he's her animal or pet. It's so disturbing. But it's like that train wreck you can't take your eyes off of.
Happiest man ever. He literally is. And then my friend gave me this. It's like, it's got my heart, my friend's heart, and then his heart. His heart's the biggest heart because he loves me that much. You want to say bye? Say bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye, guys. So y'all guys, I finally got to see him on my video on my TikTok. Y'all guys will see him more often on my TikTok. Hey, guys.
Oh, it's just so disturbing to watch. It's a hard watch, but you can't take your eyes off of it. It's crazy. So anyway, they are back to panhandling and begging for money on the streets. They are in South Carolina again. And I just want you to see, while he's outside panhandling, this is a day. He was rushed to the hospital and was in the hospital for some time. But this is what happened to him while Felicity has him out panhandling. It doesn't even look like him. It's so scary because he looks like a child. However, I have fact-checked this, and this is Dakota. This is recent, and he does have all of his tattoos. However, he has just left the hospital in this video. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. He's so swollen and peeling, and you can tell he's still got his tattoos. It's still him. He has been just released from the hospital, but he is so puffy and so swollen from being outside panhandling and living on the streets. This is disgraceful, guys. This is fucking disgraceful. And this comes from their personal account. So that's why I say I did a little bit of fact checking, and that is him. However, let's go over to their channel because I want to show you who is back in the picture. This is a couple of days after he has been released from the hospital. He's still recovering, but if you take a look at him, you can see he is still very sunburnt. Very, very sunburnt. Crazy K is back on the scene. We remember Crazy K from the earlier days, just 3 years ago. Not even probably. Who ruined Dakota?
We got my little buddy Dakota. We got Felicity.
Hi, guys.
As y'all know, you know what I mean, Dakota just went through a sunburn, a poison or something.
Sun poison. He just got sun poison yesterday. He woke up this morning with a bad swollen eye. They said that he is pretty badly sun poisoned. He is no longer allowed to be out in the sun for a while. So we're at a friend's house right now, and he is very badly hurting right now. He is in so much pain. He can barely eat, walk, sleep. He's got no sleep for 2 days now, and he hasn't been able to sleep. We've been trying to keep a fan on him every night. He said that helps him a little bit, but you guys can just see.
They need to just give him a bath of vinegar, plug his nose, and drench him in vinegar. It's so pathetic to watch the carelessness of these people. What really, really, really grinds my gears is, where's Dakota's family? Like, I get there may have been a falling out, but a mother's love is a mother's love. Like, where is Dakota's family? Why aren't they trying to at least rescue? We see that Dakota makes his own choices, and he's very headstrong on being homeless and running the streets. But damn it, that was my son. Yeah, well, we'd probably be taking a trip overseas, so he wouldn't have a way back.
How horrible.
Walk up here real quick.
How horrible he looks, y'all. Like,
Terrible.
that's his face right now, y'all. This side right here, this side was swollen completely shut. This whole face right here was completely swollen.
So terrible.
So we don't know what we're going to do with him right now. He's on medicine. He's got this right here that I've been putting on him, keeping it cold. I got some ice packs in the freezer right now that I've got set up. He's actually doing great today.
Yeah, he's doing better.
He's doing better, so.
All right, sit down. All right.
One thing I do notice when I watch these videos is at least Crazy K realizes the type of control. Always got to overspeak. Always got to speak for Dakota. He's got Felicity's number, and that's what I like about this.
So,
He's good now.
Go ahead and sit on baby mama's lap. What's up, y'all? It's your boy.
Yeah.
All right, so I told y'all I was going to do this interview with China. I don't think y'all know it's going to be Dakota and Felicity here, but they also are here. And China is still helping them in any way possible. Okay, so first question is, did they, let's talk about this DVP thing. First we're going to ask Felicity what happened, and then we're going to
I'm going to get him out of here anyway so that.
No, he can sit in the camera. Just put him, just leave him in the camera.
I don't want him, he's in a lot of pain right now, and I want him to be on camera that much because he's fake. He doesn't really want to be on camera right now because of his face.
Do you not want to be on camera right now?
I don't care to.
Yeah, he cool. Just sit him right here. Oh yeah, sit him on your lap. He good.
Come on, baby.
So, what happened with the DVP situation with Tiffany and Nisha? What you tell me?
I'm gonna tell y'all the story. I never hated my best friend of 2 years. Me and her baddies.
Who were your best friend?
China Doll. Me and China Doll are baddies together.
Yeah. All right. So I told.
Hey guys, look who's back.
So that's all we got for that interview. Of course, you know, it's more if you go to Crazy K's channel, you can get the whole video. I don't care for it, so I have not watched it. But I got one more for you that's just gonna spin you into a wow.
He is so happy to be with me. Tell him, baby. Tell him.
Yeah.
Tell him why you're so happy with me. Just tell him how gorgeous I am. How pretty I am. I'm gorgeous. I'm pretty. He's got a woman with the double D's and
no other female wanted me like cool.
So y'all can be judgmental all y'all want, but this man has treated me like a effing queen.
Sure, Jan. All right, so that's going to end it for our breakthrough introduction video of Dakota and Felicity. There's so much more to come. It's just a complete sinkhole. Forget the rabbit hole of information. Stay tuned. It's in the works. But of course, you know, there's been so much other shit that's been keeping me busy. But hey, Side Eye Crew, I am Christy. I am your middle-aged, menopausal woman doing all the side-eyeing to all the weird shit on today's interwebs. If this video hit your weird side-eye vibe check, and if you want to be part of this Side Eye Crew, because I want you to be part of our crew, then go ahead and do all the things that YouTube likes you to do, like subscribe, comment, share, and hype, and do not forget to smash that notification bell so that you don't miss a single live or video when it is posted. We will be going live tomorrow, time unknown at this point, but if you smash that notification bell, then you will not miss it. But hey, be beautiful, stay beautiful, and love yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!
Big K, this is getting weird. We're gonna talk about it. Okay, yeah, we're gonna talk about it.